Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights, and this will be part 73. In the previous part, we cleared a lot of crap out of Neverwinter and dealt with a Balor half-dragon. So, what did it guard even? Oh, you're kidding me. What a reversal, I suppose. But rods, yeah, of course, rods, they can actually be used. This is intriguing. You know what? I'm going to do this. The thing is, wands and that kind of stuff. Dispel magic. Greater dispelling. Greater dispelling, that might actually be. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Hang on. How can I. Dispel magic might actually do the trick. It's just, every caster dude you fight will have a bucket load of, but of course depends on the power of the spell that's infused into the rod. Anyway, mumble. Rods are magical items that any class can use. Any character, I should rather say, if I'm not mistaken. That is the difference between rods and wands, and that's why usually if a quest item is relevant, oh now the door is glowing. If a quest item of relevance requires a spell power kind of thing, then they are usually made into rods. So, oh, you're not playing a wizard? Oh, sad, isn't it? Anyway, there's a Valor Lord. Dear Lord. Can you knock it down, please? I'm entangled. Don't tell me that level 5 spell will actually manage to obliterate my monk now. That would be sad, wouldn't it? Come on. Okay. I can't move because of that dim. I should be able to do this with a bit of luck. Come on. Thank you. I don't mind blowing my healing potions, that's what I got them for. Could you perhaps? Aha. Maybe? Kill? Go poof? Thank you. So let's see if we can. It's probably not going to work. Let's try it. Oh, you're hasty, are you? Summoned a Shadow Lord. How dare you, you bugger? This has got damage reflection on. Better check my health. It sure looks like it, you know. I'm just going to play it safe, right? Because there's the silly people and then there's the dead people. I was about to say the living people. I would rather be living than silly. Still got quite a few heal potions, so we're good. Trigger the trap. It's locked. Anything else? We need looting? No, likely not. By the way, the chances of that actually doing anything is very low. In order to dispel, have a chance to dispel it, something with caster that defined, made, designed, whatever, the rod. The spell level, the level of the caster has to be equal to. It's tied to the closer the difference between the. I've checked that already. Yes, I have. Between the caster doing the dispel thing on the rod and the spells being attempted dispelled, the bigger the chance of it succeeding. Something like that. That probably was a lot more convoluted to explain than it was meant to be, but regardless, it did the trick. There should be another similar looking glowing door somewhere. Where are you, door? Someone see the door. Wasn't that one? I've done that already. There we are, and it's exactly the same thing. There's going to be a Balor Lord And a coward wizard. Can I? Maybe? No? Don't sneak attack me. Oh, you're knocked down. Heal, please. Thank you. Can you kill this thing? Maybe? Maybe? Thank you. You are getting knocked down. Huh. You succeeded. Of course you succeeded on a natural 20 because that's the only thing that would make a difference, isn't it? No, I suppose 19 would have done it as well, but you had to roll 20 because the game likes mocking me. Oh, you think you're tougher? Oh, a scythe. Wicked Union. I think that's the third time I found this one. I'll put it in a bag somewhere. There are still news to be had, but it's becoming rather pointless. The only thing that potentially would make a difference to us is a belt of a fire giant's strength or gloves of Hidden Fist +5. I cannot remember having seen gloves of Hidden Fist +5, so I don't know whether they actually implemented. But the golems and catapults are done. We have rescued Lisa. So let's run back and be told what great heroes we are. Then we can go and say hi, but that will be after a recording break. Where are we? We are. You are here. That's useful. Moonsil Mask.
We made it! We made it! I'm gonna find my sister Lucy.
Good girl.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back my little Lisa.
Keep your cloak. You need it more than I do. Glad to help. I would respond like that if I was his character and I could help people like that. I would. I mean, obviously they look like they are not exactly well off, so they would probably need any assistance more than I would. So I would definitely say, glad to be of help. Anyway, a worthy song will be. The bards don't sing about nobodies. I have to go now because I have to level up. Let's get that in. It's probably going to be edited into 1, 2, 3, whatever bits. But let us get the leveling done. Click to level up as a monk. So we are getting one more armor class because of course our tumbling skill. This is always nice. That is guaranteed. Okay. And they gave us +9 hit points. Cool. So we now have a default armor class with equipment, of course, at 43. No complaints about that. Time to do some resting, finish off this recording chunk, and then run and say hi to a little lady I've been wanting to talk to for a while. Back with more Neverwinter Nights stuff. I'm just saying that for my own reference, by the way. We got that secret door which should lead to Morgrim's hideout. So let's go and say hi. We'll probably be glad for this. He's such a lonely guy. Oh, by the way, how bad is it? It's pretty much a no man's land as well. Goodbye. I'm fairly sure it's pretty quiet out here. Fairly sure I smacked everyone that's worth smacking. Yeah. The siege golems, by the way, after a little visit from after the controlling individual has been smacked. Oh, there's still a group of stuff to apparently punch in the face. So I shall happily oblige. Come on. Come on. There's a punch for you, and there's a punch for you. I have this bizarre idea, right? And I know it's a bizarre idea, but it's a bizarre idea that I've had for a long time. I'm still not convinced how I would pan it out, but maybe I shouldn't actually mention it in case someone else nicked the idea. Well, it requires, of course, someone that potentially would run with the idea is actually watching this. Potentially is there, I suppose, but never mind. Let's just, in case someone else, someone else might already have done it, so maybe it's not a unique idea, but I'm not aware of anyone having done it already. But I was just thinking, what if you were to roleplay, in video form, or to roleplay some random action game? It would be possible to do, but it would be very, very hard to pull off without making it excessively annoying. That would be the art form, of course. I do like to be creative and try to be funny. I'm not saying I am, but I'm sometimes willing to try to. It was just an idea I've been toying with. I've been tempted to, but I just don't know what game to cover, what style to do it, that kind of stuff. Because it's very, very easy to play some random action game and then come up with some bizarre 4-year-old mentality script. There's nothing wrong with that. I know of some 4-year-olds which are extremely clever, so it wasn't a knocking, but you know what I mean. Children has a tendency to find something more funny than those of us who are slightly more of a senior age. But it's still in consideration stage. It's been for a long time. I have considered 2 or 3 games, and I've half toyed with the idea of trying to script something. But let's go and do this. Before I do this bit, some people might disagree. Some people might choose another outcome themselves, but I mentioned in an earlier video, back from chapter 3, that the scenario with Aribeth and Benthic has a chance to basically be replayed, but you can choose the outcome of that replay. And I am going to choose the outcome that I feel is poetically and philosophically the correct outcome. You may not want to do what I'm doing, but that's me, and I'm doing it my way. So, there's someone we haven't spoken to for a while.
I am not surprised to see you here. You have become quite the thorn in Margram's side. Though he would never admit it, I believe you have impressed him with your accomplishments. I, however, am not too proud to admit my respect for you. You have thwarted us at almost every turn, yet in the end, Morag's will cannot be denied.
If you surrender, I will let you live.
I was about to make you the same offer, though I suspect Margram would rather sacrifice you to his new queen. Morag is a voracious mistress. It seems there are never enough dead to satisfy her hunger.
Is that why you killed the innocent of Neverwinter?
You dare call these people innocent? The citizens of Neverwinter screamed for Benthic's death, and Lord Nasher gave it to them. His blood is on their hands. We are all guilty here, and we are all deserving of death.
Is that why you destroyed Neverwinter, out of some perverted sense of justice?
Justice? There is no such thing. I came here for vengeance, but I am not responsible for Neverwinter's fall. My position at the head of the armies only hastened the inevitable end. Neverwinter was doomed as soon as Margrim unleashed the Wailing Death. Can you not feel it in the air? An evil cloud covers the city, the shadow of Morag. The Queen of the Old Ones has awakened, and none shall survive her coming.
Morag is just using you, Aribeth. She'll kill you as soon as you've served her purpose.
I am no blind fool like Margrim. I know Morag will betray me. In fact, I'm counting on it. I deserve death for what I have done. But when I die, I will have the satisfaction of knowing Neverwinter was made to pay for what happened to Fenthic. There is nothing more to say. It is too late for words. We must settle this in blood.
Fine, if you insist. We're off to a good start, aren't we? It does pain me. Probably pained you a lot more than it pained me, Aribeth, but I had to do it.
You have come far since our first meeting. I can no longer stand against you. Had Morag foreseen how powerful you would become, perhaps she would have chosen you to be her champion, instead of turning her lidless eye in my direction.
I would never bow down to the Queen of the Old Ones.
I suppose that is true. You have the strength of your convictions, something I lost long ago. Tell me, how can you go on, knowing you fight for a city that is doomed to fall when the Old Ones return?
I still believe Neverwinter can be saved.
I have seen the future in my dreams. Neverwinter will vanish in a blaze of flame when the Old Ones are reborn. It is inevitable.
There's still hope.
Hope? All hope within my heart perished with Fenthic. He was taken from me, the light of my life, and I was left alone in the empty darkness.
How did you come to this, Aribeth? Surely there's more to it than Fenthic's death.
Is the execution of my lover not justification enough for what I have become? They say I betrayed Neverwinter, but Neverwinter betrayed Fenthic first. With Fenthic's death, I lost more than a lover. He was a devoted servant of both Tyr and Neverwinter, and I saw how his devotion was repaid. How could I believe in a god who allowed such an atrocity? How could I serve a city so mercilessly cruel? When Fenthic was executed, I lost my lover, my faith, my loyalty. Everything I believed in crumbled around me.
It sounds like you're trying to justify what you did.
I am simply telling you what happened. How I came to break my vows and betray all that I stood for.
This is what I meant by, I repeat, Fenthic never got a chance to atone. Technically, she doesn't deserve a chance to atone, but as I was saying, philosophically and poetically, I think she does. It's not too late, Aribeth. There's still a chance to make things right.
Look around you. Look at the death and destruction I have brought to Neverwinter. I can never make up for this. And I have been too long under Morag's power. The Queen has a hold on me. I could not stand with you against her, even if I wanted to. I cannot help the city.
Your knowledge of the Luskan forces could save hundreds of lives.
I could bring my information to Lord Nasher and Erin Gend, true. But it would not be enough to turn the tide of the battle. Morag's power will bring victory to the Luskan troops. Perhaps a few hundred lives could be saved, though the city would still fall. But what will that avail me? Lord Nasher would still have me executed for what I have done.
You would do this to save the people of Neverwinter, not to save yourself.
I should sacrifice myself for the sake of the people who demanded Fenthic's blood? Do you really believe me capable of so selfless an act? Once I would have gladly sacrificed myself for this city, but I have changed. I am no longer the Aribeth you knew. Now I walk a different path.
There are 2 persuasion checks here, and this character, he hasn't got amazing charisma, but has skilled up persuasion every single level. So he's max skill level for what he can have. He would fail the persuasion checks. I have succeeded with a paladin with a sky high charisma, and also capped in persuasion. This is why the ring we were given in chapter 2 is so important. If we didn't take the ring, or we dropped it off somewhere, or whatever we did with it, we would not have this option. The woman who gave me this ring would not have said such a thing.
You kept my ring? After my betrayal? After all the death and misery I have brought to you and the city? But why?
To remember you as you once were, Aribeth, and in hopes you would one day remember yourself.
I am not who I once was. I cannot. It would not be possible. I cannot go back. Not after what I have done.
Those options are nice, but I prefer. Then go forward. Leave your hate and vengeance behind.
Your words are wise. Perhaps I can set aside my hatred. If I turn myself over to Lord Nasher for execution, many lives may yet be saved. At least then my own death would have some meaning. But you will have to trust me in this. Margrim waits for you behind this door. You must face him now. Time is of the essence. But I dare not accompany you, for fear I will fall once again under Morag's spell. Do you trust me enough to let me go if I vow to surrender myself to Lord Nasher? Can you take that risk?
I trust you to do what is right, Aribeth.
Then I shall leave Margrim to you, and I shall deliver myself to Lord Nasher and tell him what I know of the Luskan troop movements. If we are lucky, my information may help some of Neverwinter's citizens escape with their lives. And I will submit to Lord Nasher's judgment, whatever the consequences may be. I am grateful to you for this chance to do what is right. I wanted you to know that before I go, in case Lord Nasher has me executed before you return.
Go to meet your fate with honor, Lady Aribeth.
Lady Aribeth? It has been a long time since anyone called me that. Thank you. I must go to Lord Nasher now. While my resolve is still strong, you must face Margrim without me.
Think of me what you will, I always get emotional with this exchange. I've seen it several times now, heard it several times. Whoever they use to voice act Lady Aribeth, that voice actor is absolutely amazing. I don't want to do any fourth wall breaking, but you can feel the agony, the pain, the sorrow, the sadness, the hope, the sense, can I be redeemed kind of thing. You can just feel it in every single word, and it's so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I so love emotional voice acting like that. It is amazing. The spoken word can be extremely punishing or extremely harmful, but it can also be very, very beautiful. Well done. Anyway, I'm not going to say enough about that. I am a sensitive individual, and you know what? And I'm quite happy being in such a way. Some people have claimed in my time that maybe I'm too sensitive, but you know what? I would rather be too sensitive than insensitive. So, Morgan awaits, she was saying. Well. Are you waiting for me, Morgan? Oh. The way to kill off this character is just put down a bunch of acid traps. He's bound to get hit by them all. We've tried dragons, we've tried dragons, we've tried golems, we've tried balors. Good old acid trap, that should do it. The failure rate should be about 40%, and it's definitely quite higher than 40%. But of course, randomness in there. Went through it. A heavy crossbow. It's unidentified. That makes me most curious. No. Aha. +5 on haste. Cool. Useless, but cool. Anyway, there's Morgan. Let him get his chance to say whatever he's got to say.
I see Morag was right. Aribeth was not strong enough to defeat you, but she has served her purpose. You have come too late. The ritual is over. The awakening of the Old Ones has begun! The Creator race will be reborn! And you shall be the first to taste the power my queen has given unto me!
If you insist. Time stop. I hate that spell. I like the fact that he's dispelling me. I'm not really affected by anything he can dispel. The haste is permanent, can't be dispelled. Not even temporary. Well, it can be countered by slow, but that's it. Oh, that was Morgan, by the way. I'm just saying. He's never impressed me. You hear so much about him. You hear of him once or twice, and then you speak to him for a few seconds, and then you obliterate him. I'm immortal. No, you're not. You are you're quite not immortal, by the way. I just want to point that out. Obviously, it could be something to do with the fact that I'm playing a monk, which, of course, because of natural magical or spell resistance and all that stuff, is quite powerful. It's trapped. Surprise! Yeah, Morgan's journal you might want to that. With a power, an unidentified club. A club of 4. 5. Couldn't that be funny if you found a golf club? No? No. The angry soul. On hit fear, oh, that would be good for a melee character now, wouldn't it? Having your targets running around screaming in panic. Well, I should probably, let's just rest here. No resting is allowed in this area. Okay, let's not rest here. Let's use the not a town portal. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye for now.